Hey guys, hope that you guys are doing good. I know that it is Saturday and everybody's probably out and about, but I wanted to come on here very briefly, okay, about a post that I posted yesterday that I got a lot of messages about, also got comments about as well. So yeah, I want to talk about the myth of the biological clock, okay, and why you can have a baby over 35, and the funny thing is that I think women see women having babies over 35, but for some reason there seems to be like this paranoia, once you, even before women reach that age, even years before that, if you are not married by a certain time or haven't had all your children by a certain time, that it's very, very, very low chances that you're gonna have a baby. And that's not necessarily true. So I'm here to debunk the myth. I'm not gonna be on here too long because I know that it's Saturday. I got a lot to do and I know that you guys do as well. But if you guys wanna watch the replay of this, is totally fine as well. But let me talk about the post that I posted yesterday. Okay, so I posted a post yesterday about, it was called the concept, basically it was saying like the concept of the biological clock in reference to your fertility window is a myth, like you've been indoctrinated, okay? And yeah, I got a lot of comments regarding that post as well as a lot of DMs as well, okay? And I wanted to do like I wanted to just address that video, right? And debunk some myths, because a lot of us have been hearing this whole biological clock thing since we were born pretty much, and we use it freely, not even knowing what a biological clock really means, and not knowing that when it comes to your biological clock in reference to fertility, that phrase was coined by actually a journalist a long time ago, like in the 70s, that wrote an article. If you guys want to look this up, you can. I think his name was Richard Cohen, that wrote an article about career women. This was kind of like to get back at the feminists at the time, and it was called the Careers Woman Biological Clock is Ticking or something like that. And then it became a widely known and used phrase in reference to a woman's fertility. People don't even know the real definition of what a biological clock really is. It's like we've changed the definition, right? And that's not the actual definition. So your biological clock is pretty much like your body's internal circadian rhythm that regulates all your body's day-to-day functions, your sleeping and waking patterns, and is responsible for governing over a variety of functions and systems in your body, from your sleeping and waking cycle to your hormones, okay, to your metabolism, to certain, behaviors, to blood pressure, even your immune system, right? So it just, like I said, so people use the term biological clock in reference to fertility, but that's not really what it means. Now, how it impacts your fertility is because we're talking about hormones here, right? That's how it has an impact on your fertility, but not in the way people think, right? People act like the definition is, the clock that stops at the age of 35 for women, that's how they act, and that's not necessarily true. Okay, so your circadian clock, your biological clock is divided into two parts, and on a basic level, it's pretty much located in the brain and also located in every tissue and organ in your body. Okay, so your muscles, your fat cells, your liver, your kidney, your pancreas, your digestive tract, like all that stuff. So it's an internal clock that receives signals from the brain, right, through your nervous system and hormones, and through your hormones. Now where there begins to be a problem is when that process is disrupted, and that's what leads to health issues, right? When that process of the biological clock, that affects your day-to-day functions, that is disrupted due to bad habits, due to maybe people not sleeping enough, due to bad diet, due to your organs being clogged up, that's when we start to interfere with the body's and biological clock and start to experience health issues, experience symptoms, experience hormonal imbalances, okay? So if somebody tells you that your biological clock is ticking, basically that means that they're trying to say, they don't notice, but they're really trying, what that really means is you're about to die, because without your body, your biological clock, if your biological clock really stops, that means your body's not going to be functioning. You get what I mean? So for somebody to say that, it's actually, I wouldn't let somebody just say that to me and just, not say anything. If somebody says your biological clock is ticking, the real meaning of that, unbeknownst to them, but the real meaning of that means you're about to die, because If your biological clock, if there's no biological clock that's going on in your body, if it's really ticking, that means that you're close to death, right? That means your bodily functions have stopped, have ended. So don't let nobody tell you that your biological clock is ticking, because that's almost like putting a curse on you. I would be like, I rebuke that. Oh no, my biological clock is not ticking. That means that I am near death, right? That means that my body is no longer functioning. My organs have shut down, right? And men have biological clock as well. So people are using the term biological clock in the wrong way, and women are really parent, I get so many messages of women even in their 20s that are scared. I think they're never going to be able to have a baby because they haven't found a husband yet, or things like that. And I'm just like, we know that there's so many women having children over 35. Like, where is this paranoia coming from? It doesn't make any sense, right? I think that we've been indoctrinated, a lot of us, and we're letting that really go into our subconscious minds, right? So if people are making you paranoid about your biological clock, maybe it's time to get away from those people and just stop listening and just shut it off. Shut them off, because they don't know what they're talking about. Ask them, do they know the real meaning of what a biological clock is? Because it's not your fertility, there's not a clock sitting on your uterus that's going to stop ticking at the age of 35. That doesn't make any sense, right? No, it is your body's waking and sleeping patterns. It is your circadian rhythm. Now, how we can disrupt the process is if we're dealing with hormonal imbalances, okay? That's one thing. So if you are dealing with things like fibroids, if you're dealing with things like PCOS, if you're dealing with all these reproductive health issues, heavy bleeding, infertility, then you know that there's a hormonal imbalance. So your focus needs to be on restoring that balance back into your body. Your focus needs to be on healing your body, on restoring health and wellness back into your body. Your focus should not be on your age or your chronological age, okay? Let's let that go, because like I said, if your body's in balance, if you're healthy, if you have a healthy womb, then you're gonna be able to have children even well into your 40s, okay? Maybe for some of you, maybe even into your 50s. But are you healthy? Is your womb healthy? Is your hormones balanced? That should be what you should be focusing on, right? You should not be having paranoid over something you can't control, which is your chronological age. You can control the health of your body and your health of your womb, right? So focus on that more so than, oh my God, I'm 31 and my biological clock is ticking, which makes no sense because if you say your biological clock is ticking, that means you're about to die, because that means your body has shut down. Look up what a biological clock really means, okay? You can disrupt your biological clock process, okay, by, like I said, engaging in unhealthy habits and not restoring the health back into your body and leaving it unaddressed and letting yourself go on and on with PCOS, with fibroids, and not healing yourself, okay, not restoring that balance into your body. Yes, that will lead to bigger health issues. That's disrupting the balance in your body, okay? So we have to really, like I said, your focus, people, we want to cling on to these things where it's like, oh my God, I have no hope, and oh my gosh, doom and gloom. How about we focus on what we can control? We can't control our health. We can't control our hormonal balance. We can't control, the things focus on. We can't control getting to a healthy weight, right? And I always tell you guys, there's a difference between a biological age and a chronological age. You cannot control your chronological age. That's the number of years you've been on this earth. But you can control your biological age, okay? You can control your biological age. And your biological age is the measure of the pace at which your body has aged for every year you've been alive, okay? So you can be 35, right? And you taking care of yourself, fibroid-free, okay? Balanced hormones and a healthy body, exercising a healthy weight, and your biological age can be 25, right? So if you try to conceive, you'll be able to conceive, right? And you'll be able to have a healthy baby and, as many babies as you want to, right? But if we're dealing with a 35-year-old that has fibroids, that has that has PCOS, that has cysts, that has an unhealthy womb, that has hormonal imbalances, that's overweight, then we're dealing with somebody that has a biological age maybe of in their late 40s to 50s. Now you can decrease the age of your biological age, but that takes work, right? That's not just sitting down and continue engaging in those unhealthy habits. That's actually, like I said, improving the health and restoring that balance back into your body, okay? So you need to be worried about your health, the health of your womb, you need to be worried about your hormonal balance more so than your chronological age, because that has more an effect on you and whether you're going to be able to give birth to a healthy baby, right? Thank you, princess. But yeah, so I want you guys to realize this and not just focus so much on your age, because that's what a lot of women do. And I'm like, you're not focusing on your health. You're not focusing on, you getting rid of these fibroids, shrinking these fibroids and getting rid of them. You're not focused on getting rid of these cysts in your body. You're not focused on getting off this birth control that's really poisoning your womb and poisoning you, right? Why are we not focusing on that and losing the weight? Where is the focus on that? So I'm tired of hearing women say, and I'm saying this with love, because you know what I mean? I want you guys to realize that you have more power than you think, and stop letting people get to you who know nothing about science, who do not read, and don't know how the body really works. And they're saying, oh, your clock is ticking. After 35, it's over. That's not true. That's not true unless you just, completely neglect your health. Because guess what? We have women in their 20s dealing with infertility, fibroids, cysts, PCOS, all these other reproductive health issues at alarming rates. As a matter of fact, for Black women from ages 15 to 25, 25% of those women are dealing with fibroids. I'm talking about from age 15, teenager, kid, to 25. 25% of those women are dealing with fibroids. So are you telling me a lot of those women are going to have trouble if they try to conceive? They're going to have issues with that as well. Okay, so this is no longer an age thing. Okay, infertility is not an age thing. I'm going to be honest with you. Women in their 20s, 30s, 40s are being impacted by infertility. Okay, so we got to restore the health back into our womb. We got the wrong focus here. We're focusing on our age and, oh my God, I'm 31, I'm 37, I'm 42. Yes, you can still have a baby, but how is the health of your womb? Because if it's filled with fibroids, if you have PCOS, if you have endometriosis, then you more than likely you're going to struggle with conceiving. That's the reason. It's not your age. Okay, stress seems to be the number one issue to tearing the wombs up. That's one of the reasons, princess. Absolutely, that's one of the reasons as well. Not managing your stress levels well, and if your hormones are imbalanced, then of course you're gonna have issues managing your stress, because like your hormones are all over the place. You can't even think clearly, right? So it's really important that you get your health under. You get your health. Like I said, you get control of your health. Stop worrying about your age as much, right? Your chronological age. Worry about your biological age, right? Because you can't control that. Worry about getting to a healthy weight. Worry about restoring balance into your body. Worry about shrinking your fibroids naturally and getting rid of them, right? Okay. I have a client now that I posted the other day who literally has been working with me. She got rid of her. She went to the doctors recently, right, a couple weeks ago, and she just got her test back. What was it? From her sonogram and everything on last Wednesday. Got rid of all her ovarian cysts, okay? Got rid of one fibroid totally. Her doctor only saw 4 fibroids. She used to have 5. Doctor only saw 4, and all 4 of those fibroids were smaller than before, okay? So that's how you do it. Like, and she's still working with me to get rid of all of those fibroids. All 4. We're going to get rid of all 4 of them. And she's making sure that her womb is healthy before she gets married and have a husband and all that stuff. And tries for having kids and tries having children, right? That's the way to do it, right? Don't wait until you're at a state where it's hard for you to conceive. And then, not saying that it's too late, because it's never too late. As long as you're alive, it's never too late. But it's better for you to do this process before you even have children. Before you even attempt to have children, before you even get married. It's better to do it then than waiting, right? So if we're at a state where, okay, I'm not married, but I want to get married eventually and I want to have children, how about you fix the health of your womb, okay? Don't procrastinate. Don't put it off, because you don't know how long it's going to take. You don't know how worse the condition can get. Not saying that if you're watching this and you're married and you're trying to have a baby, not saying that it's too late for you, because it's never too late. Because you guys know about my client who had a baby early this year, January 11th, who was, when she came to me, she kind of gave up hope on having a second baby. But guess what? A month after she was done with my program, she got pregnant. Okay? So it's not too late. It's never too late, right? We got to stop worrying about age. How about you restore the health back into your body? That's what you need to worry about. Okay? Okay, so I also want to say this. There's a myth going around that you born with all the eggs that you will ever have as a woman, which is ridiculous. Okay, which is, even when I first heard that, probably like in college or something, it didn't make any sense. Research has shown that that myth has been debunked. You can generate new eggs and viable eggs during your reproductive age. But guess what, right? Those eggs are not going to be viable, and the quality of those eggs are going to be low if you're not taking care of your health. If the host of those eggs are unhealthy, right? If your hormonal balance is all over the place. If we're dealing with fibroids, heavy bleeding, PCOS, ovarian cysts, the health of your, like I said, those eggs more than likely are not going to be healthy. They're not going to be viable, right? There is just, the quality of those eggs are going to be low. Your egg reserve is going to be low, right? For the quality of those eggs to be higher, to be able to, like I said, for you to be able to reproduce, then that means that we have to improve the health of our body. We got to improve the health of the host, right? We got to improve the health of our temple. It's so important, okay? So, I mean, ladies, stop thinking that, it's your age, you're not gonna be able to, procreate after 30. People have been doing it for years. So years. You know how many women are having, I always post examples in my Facebook group about women giving birth naturally after 45. It happens every day. That's normal. It's not even a big deal when I hear it anymore, because I'm like, that's normal. If you're healthy, that's normal. It's nothing. If you go to other countries, you know how common it is to see other countries that eat a lot healthier, that have a healthier lifestyle. Do you know how normal it is to see like a 50-year-old that's pregnant? Like, seriously, you are so correct. Thank you, Tans. But yeah, so stop worrying so much about your age. Worry about the health of your body. Like, let's restore balance back into our body so our body can do what it's meant to do. Right? So we don't have to worry about doing IVF and pumping ourselves with all these fake hormones and making ourselves sicker. We don't have to worry about that. Our bodies can do what it's meant to do. And I'm not speaking bad on anybody that's done that, but I'm just saying your body can do what it's designed to do when you feed it with the right things, right? When you take care of it, right? When you care for it, your body can do what it's designed to do, right? And we're not just designed to be, fertile until 30, 35, and then that's it. Then how come so many women in their 20s are dealing with infertility? How come so many women are in their 20s are dealing with fibroids and PCOS and hormonal imbalances, right? How come so many women in their 20s are very extremely unhealthy as well? It's not even an age thing at this point. So let's stop. Let's stop the paranoia. Let's stop, just giving up on life and woe is me. No, ain't no woe is me. You have control. You have control, right? But you have to take the control back into your own hands and do the work, okay? And if you need help, I do have a Detoxify Your Womb program that literally is helping women restore balance back into their bodies. It's helping women shrink their fibroids, get rid of their ovarian cysts, okay? Detoxify their womb so their bodies can do what it's meant to do, improve the health of their bodies in their womb, okay? So if you're interested in that, if you know you are dealing with infertility, you're dealing with fibroids, heavy bleeding, hormonal imbalances, go ahead and click the link in my caption and join us, okay? Detoxify My Womb program is, like I said, it's only been about a couple of weeks, but the ladies are already doing amazing. And like I said, my other programs have such an amazing success rate. So, this program is not going to be anything less, right? So let's get it. So if you actually want, like I said, if you want to see movement and you actually want to do something and not just, sit in depression and say, woe is me, I'm 38 or whatever, I'm never going to be able to have a baby. How about you actively do something, right? That's going to prolong your fertility. That's going to increase the health of your womb. How about that? Okay. All right. So join us at the Detoxify Your Womb program. I'm actually about to go live in there right now. All right. We would love to have you. It's a 10-week group coaching program. If you want to know more about it, go ahead and send me a message. All right. Send me a DM. I would love to have you there. It is on sale for the month of February. March 1st is going to go up, and it's going to go up about 3 times the price. Okay. So I wanted to say, I didn't want to be on here too long because it's Saturday. It's Saturday. People are doing things, but I just want to tell you, you have more control than you think, and stop stop making your age the reason why, you can't have a family, or you can't, you can't give birth, or you just feel sorry for yourself and blah. It's not the case, right? Do the work to heal your body, restore balance back into your body, right? And you're going to be able to achieve everything you want to achieve, period, okay? All right, love you guys. Hopefully this inspired somebody. Share this video, because I know that there's so many women that's dealing with this. Like, they need to hear this. They need hope. So share this video if you can. Okay, this is going to give somebody some hope. It's like, okay, there's something that I could do to make this process a lot easier on myself. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Talk to you guys later. Bye.